In the darkest corner of the forest, a lion roars while a fox silently feeds every single day. The lion is stronger, bigger, louder. Every creature fears his name. Yet the fox never goes hungry. Machiavelli understood this brutal truth. Strength without awareness is nothing but empty noise. Power without strategy is dead weight. The loudest one rarely survives the long winter. The fox does not roar. The fox watches. The fox waits in silence. The fox always wins. Look around your own life right now. There is always one person who seems completely untouchable. Chaos comes, yet they land perfectly. Enemies who attack them end up destroyed. Opportunities appear exactly when they need them. You can never truly read their next move. That person is not lucky. They mastered a dark art most men will die without ever discovering. They learn to see everything while remaining unseen. The less you reveal, the more power you hold. Most men are painfully transparent. Every emotion, every desire, every weakness is on full display. While they talk endlessly, sharp eyes are listening. Information is the ultimate currency. Every uncontrolled word you speak becomes a weapon aimed back at you. The truly dangerous man understands this. He speaks only when it serves his purpose. Lesson 1. The death of the talker. The man who must explain himself constantly is already defeated before the game begins. Every sentence opens another door into his soul for others to study and exploit. His fears, plans, and insecurities become public property the moment they leave his lips. The powerful man is selective with words, like a killer with bullets. He never wastes them. Silence makes people deeply uncomfortable. In their discomfort, they reveal everything. Stop explaining, stop justifying, stop defending every move you make. Let them fill the silence with their own imagination. What they imagine is far more terrifying. Mystery has gravitational weight. Transparency has none. The man who announces his plans loudly almost never executes them. Talking replaces action. Guard your words like precious ammunition. Never fire them into the air. Lesson 2. The silent mind. Your mind is loud, chaotic, and constantly drifting between past and future. While you rehearse clever replies, you miss the subtle signals right in front of you. The hesitation before their answer, the word they chose carefully, the truth they almost revealed. A silent mind is not empty. It is razor-sharp, cold, and mercilessly observant. Bring your attention back to the present without judgment again and again. The man who is truly present sees what others are blind to. Lesson 3. The discipline of focus. Scattered men exhaust themselves daily, yet achieve almost nothing of value. Real power comes from going extremely deep on one thing for a very long time. Depth creates leverage that scattered effort can never match. Focus is a brutal boundary. Every yes to the important is a no to everything else. Choose your direction with ruthless honesty, then burn all other bridges behind you. Stay long after the excitement fades. That is where true power compounds. Lesson 4. The mask of the strong. Your visible emotions are information. Once leaked, they can never be taken back. The moment they see what truly rattles you, they own that trigger forever. Feel everything deeply, but only in private, where it cannot be used against you. In public, your face is a weapon. Your composure is pure strategic power. The man who remains unshaken while others collapse becomes magnetic. Wear this mask consistently, and eventually it becomes your true face. Lesson 5. The Law of Distance. You have been far too available to people who never deserved access to you. Access is value, and value given away freely quickly becomes worthless. Let time and pressure test their true character before you open your gates. Distance is not coldness. It is cold, calculated discernment and self-respect. Be warm when you choose, but extremely selective about who receives your warmth. Guard your inner world like the most precious treasure you own. Not everyone who smiles at you is safe. Time and pressure always reveal the truth. Lesson 6. The Cold Mind. Feel every emotion completely, but never make decisions while the fire is still burning. Anger demands relief, not resolution. Never let it control your moves. Create a deliberate gap between feeling and response. That gap is where intelligence lives. Process emotion in private. Decide with ice-cold clarity in public. The man who stays coldest under pressure sees opportunities others miss in panic. Train yourself to pause. Earn absolute clarity before you move. Lesson 7. The Untouchable Man. This unshakable presence is not natural. It is built through years of hard choices. Sitting with discomfort, staying silent when you want to scream. Remaining still when every instinct tells you to run. This forges the untouchable. He knows himself so deeply that nothing external can find a surface to grip. He cares deeply, but his care is directed only by him, never by others. When you transform, some will complain loudly about the change. Let them expose themselves. This path has no final destination, only a permanent direction toward unbreakable power. Talk with ruthless purpose. Keep your mind deathly silent. Lock your focus like a predator. Control every expression on your face. Guard your circle with iron discipline. Feel everything, but decide with cold precision. Build yourself quietly in the shadows, without needing any audience. The world cannot easily move what it cannot touch or predict. This is not complicated, but it is brutally difficult. Easy is what keeps men weak. This path is narrower, darker, quieter, and much longer than most can endure. But what you build on this path is real, and real things last forever. The fox does not roar. He does not announce his moves. He does not perform for anyone. He simply watches in silence. He waits with patience. He moves with deadly precision. And every single day, the fox eats while the lion often starves. That is the entire dark truth of power. Everything else I told you was simply the long way of saying it. Now you know the rules of the game most men will never understand. The choice is yours. You can continue being the loud, predictable lion, or you can become the silent, calculating, untouchable fox. Start today. Speak less. Observe more. Control everything. Let silence be your strongest weapon. Let presence be your greatest advantage. Protect your mind like a fortress. Guard your circle like sacred ground. Wear the mask until it fuses with your soul. Build power that cannot be shaken. The game is ancient. The rules have never changed. Most men remain blind to them. The few who see clearly dominate. You have seen them now. There is no going back to ignorance. Walk the dark path with absolute intention. Become dangerous in the most silent way. The lion roars once and starves. The fox moves without sound and eats every day. Choose which animal you will become from this moment forward. The forest is watching. The game is already in motion. Be cold, be sharp, be patient, be untouchable. The world rewards those who master these shadows. Now go, become the fox, and never be prey again. This is your turning point. The silence begins now.